Hi everyone, this is Dave from DailyTechTV with the Q&A session for Tuesday 11th of October 2011, and this is the first Q&A that I've recorded in the new studio, so I hope you like the new surroundings. Now, for those of you who are new to the Q&A sessions, this is where I answer your questions that you either leave as a comment in this video. So in this one I'm answering the questions that were left on the last video, or you can send me an email, geekanoids@gmail.com, put Tech Q&A in the subject line, or you can grab my free iOS app that runs on the iPhone, iPod Touch and the iPad, and you can send me questions through the app. So let's start answering the questions for this Q&A, and none of these are rehearsed, I just take them as they come and answer as many as I can. So here we go. Sean's Macintosh, how many Twitter questions do you get daily? And can you review the Blue Microphone Spark? Well, first of all, on the questions regarding to Twitter, probably around about 60 to 100 per day on Twitter. Overall, I get round about 800 a day. That's via email, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, you know, a mixture of all of the different platforms. So thanks very much for that question. Regards to the Blue Microphone Spark, I have requested one previously. I will try and get one for a future review. Next one is from S2000 Atlas 1. Love these Q&A vids. Great job. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What do you think about the iPhone 3G? Well, the iPhone 3G is okay. Still perfectly fantastic phone. Getting a little bit slow compared to the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4 and now the iPhone 4S, but it's still a great device. So thank you very much for that question. Next one from Omar Tech Geek 2011. Hey Dave, what do you expect from the iPad 3? That is a really difficult question because it's probably a long way off still, but I would like to see the main feature. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the main feature I suppose would be a higher resolution display. That's what I'd really like. I know there's all these talks of different types of retina display, but I tell you what would be brilliant would just be a 1920 by 1080 display. You know, on whatever size screen they decide to put that on. That's what I'd like to see. Next one is from Apple Tech Reviewer. What is your most desired future product that hasn't been released yet? This is a really good one actually. Thanks for this question. And the reason that's good is because Canon are coming up with another press conference at the end of October, and it got me thinking about the camera I'm using now, which is the Canon HF G10, all of the other cameras I've tested, and what I would really like to see, and it's almost there in the Nikon D5100, is a good digital SLR that does video as well, because I produce a lot of video, but that has the autofocus and the auto controls that a camcorder has, like what I'm using here. And the reason I struggle with digital SLRs for video is because I'm moving products closer and further away from the lens, and you have to tweak the focus. And the D5100 does autofocus continually throughout video, but it's a little bit slow. So I really hope they get that spot on and produce something that gives the digital SLR video quality but improves on the autofocus. Next one from Mr. Spiker 007. Dave, do you plan to return 2 Minutes of Tech? Sort of, yeah, I do. I did like that series, and it's like everything, you sort of move on, and it's a time thing. It's always a time thing. I move on and try new things, and I get a few requests to bring old videos back. If I can, then I certainly will. Next question. Well, I'll take part of this question, not the whole thing. Tracker Canon 97 has left lots of questions, and one of them is, would I like to start a gameplay playlist channel? Well, I do have a gameplay sort of channel. It's run by my son, and that's Console Gamer TV, and I'm encouraging him to really put more content on there with my help, so keep your eyes peeled on that, and hopefully Console Gamer TV will fulfill your want for more gaming sort of coverage. Oh, by the way, before I forget, there's a new Xbox 360 coming out at the middle of November, and it's a Modern Warfare 3 console, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that. So, increase the volume, says XX Hardcore XX Gamer XX. I am working on audio continuously, so I will take that on board. Next one is from Program Hacker 001. Hey Dave, great videos, thank you. Do you use an SSD in your Mac Pro or any of your other Macs? If so, how did you replace the HD with an SSD? Well, I have done a video on this. It's very, very simple. I've got one of these little docks that plug in via USB, and then I clone Mac OS X Lion, which was the latest one I did, cloned that onto the SSD, open up the side of the Mac Pro after I shut it down obviously, took the 3.5 inch drive out, put the SSD in a 3.5 inch to 2.5 inch adapter, put that back in the Mac Pro and booted it up. Simple as that. That's all I did. So we will move on. The Forest Bum. Hey Dave, I'm from Latvia. Any plans on coming here? I'd like to travel to lots of places, so never rule it out. Never rule it out. A lot of people guessing in this video that I was moving to new office space, so you got that right. Next one from Splash Tech. How old are you and how much RAM does your Mac Pro have? I answered this last time and I think I said 6 GB, but when I checked it after doing the video, it's actually got 8 GB of RAM. How old am I? I am 40. Thank you very much for asking. Hey Dave, great videos. What in-ear earphones would you recommend for around the £20–60 mark? Well, there are a lot to choose from. I'm not sure if the Beats, Dizzy Beats come in under that price, but they're pretty good. And I tested these RHA ones. I've got a review just on the channel. That's Reed and Heath Acoustics. And for the money, they were absolutely superb. So I'd perhaps check those out. Bollinger 1000 has asked about Sky Satellite. Now he's got it. He wants to be able to view 2 channels simultaneously on 2 separate monitors. I'm pretty sure that even though the Skybox has twin tuners, only one can be viewed on your screen, and the other tuners, I mean mine's got 3 LMB feeds going to it, so I can record 2 channels whilst I watch a third. So I'm pretty sure you can only watch one. If I'm wrong, you're also asking how you can control 2 monitors from one Sky remote. Well, you can't. You can only put in one code to control 1 monitor. So what you need to do, if you want to control 2 monitors, is to get one of these universal remotes, maybe a Logitech or something like that. Then you can just switch between the 2 and control 2 different ones. Next one is from Simpsons2192. Hey Dave, great videos. How did you get products to review from companies? Well, I started off just by borrowing products from friends and family and buying a few little tiny bits like cases, etc. The only way you'll get companies to send you stuff to review is if you build up an audience. So you've got to do it off your own back first, and then gradually, as you get more viewers, you will definitely entice companies to send you stuff. And just be honest with them, always offer it back, always tell them you'll do a professional job, always include a link to their product or their website on the video description, and just build your channel like that. That's the only way you can do it. What's this? Calgi Vlogs. What happened to the audio podcasts? It's a time thing again. I just didn't have enough time to continue putting them up there, and I apologise for that. Mac Mike 1000. Hey Dave, awesome Q&A as always. Thank you very much, Mike. What do you think of Windows 8? I've had a little bit of hands-on with it. I haven't put a video up about it. it's okay. I think it's going to be great on tablet devices. On the desktop, I will give it a go, but I'm not going to change from the Mac, to be honest. What do you think about Apple buying Microsoft? Never heard that one, sorry. I don't. If it's a rumour, it's a rumour. It's never going to happen. Is the Logitech Solar Wireless keyboard for Mac worth it? Move this stuff quickly. Da, da, da. This is a great keyboard. Absolutely love it. Hope that answers your question. Thank you very much for those questions. Darren, are you still planning some YouTube meetups? Yes, I am, but again, it's just a time thing. I'm really going to try and do something in October, around about the 22nd. If it doesn't happen on the 22nd, then I apologise, but it is just, I'm so busy, but I will try and make time to do some sort of meetup. And I'll post it on Twitter, so you won't miss out. The Jaredism, hi Dave, what do you think of the 3DS price drop? I think they did it just in time for Christmas, and a good move. Make it cheaper. There's competition out there now. People are buying iPod Touches and iPhones, so that's they've got to be competitive. I'm going to take this long question. This is a long question. Hey Dave, this is from I Am a Tech Geek. Awesome videos as usual, thank you. I want to upgrade a stock 320GB hard drive in my MacBook Pro to a 750GB. I have Windows 7 as well as OS X Lion. I gave Windows 100GB and left the rest to OS X. How can I increase the size of my Mac OS X partition to take 500GB? Right, and he's asking about how you're asking, sorry, about how to change the partition sizes as well. I'm sure Mac OS X allows you to do this. So what I would do is get something like SuperDuper or Carbon Copy Cloner, clone your hard drive onto the new one, put it in, see what Mac OS X has assigned the partition sizes at, and I'm sure that in Mac OS X you can resize them. If not, you're going to have to just search for some sort of utility to help you resize those partitions. I tell you what, I'm not entirely sure on this one. I think I'm right in what I've said, but if anyone watching this video knows how to do this, so how to resize the different partitions between Windows and Mac OS X, installed it on a Mac system, then at I Am a Tech Geek in the comments of this video, see if you can give him some advice. Bollinger 1000, will Apple be introducing a new MacBook Pro anytime soon? There is a 15-inch MacBook Pro rumoured to have the thin tapered design of the MacBook Air, and I think that will come out before the end of this year. E. Cartman 12, if you had to choose an Android phone as your daily driver, what would it be? It would be the HTC Sensation XE with its dual core processors. And the last one on the comments of the video is from Dil Rico. Hey Dave, huge fan of your videos, that is great to hear, thank you. Are you going to make an app for Android? I get asked this quite a lot. I've got the iOS app. The app for Android, I've had quotes for doing it, and they range so vastly from about £1,500 up to £15,000, and I just can't afford it at the moment. If an Android developer wants to get in touch and make me a free app in exchange for maybe some ad space, something like that, then fire me across an email. Always interested to get my app onto the Android platform. So that concludes the questions that were left in the video of the last Q&A video. Now I'm going to move on to the questions that I received via my iPhone app and via email. So before I kick off the next session of questions, just a couple of things. One, I just realised I hadn't set the white balance on my video camera, so the colours are going to be very slightly off in this video. Apologies for that. Still getting used to this Canon HFG10. The second thing is that there's a new range of Geekanoids t-shirts available. They're done on the Spreadshirt platform, so you can check them out at geekanoids.spreadshirt.co.uk or geekanoids.spreadshirt.com. I'll put links underneath this video, please do check them out. On with the questions, and the first one here is from Andrew. What would be the best iPod Touch 4G case for under £20? That is probably an impossible question to answer because everyone's opinions of cases are different. I like the Pro Porter Quicksilver and the Pro Porter Mitsu shell cases for their simplicity. So I would check those out on proporter.com. And the second question from Andrew is, what is your favourite tablet at the moment apart from the iPad 2? Well, I've touched a lot of tablets, as you know. I've played with the BlackBerry Playbook, didn't really like that. Played with that Sony Tablet S, that was very good. Probably my favourite one apart from the iPad 2 is either the ePad Transformer from Asus or the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. Now, I haven't actually done a review of the Tab 10.1, but I did play with one. Contrast on the screen, absolutely fantastic. That is a very nice tablet for viewing photos and videos. Superb screen on that one, and very thin as well, so I would probably check that one out. Next one is from Daniel. What do you think is missing from iOS 5 beta? Well, we're near to iOS 5 now, and I think the only thing that's missing is a good implementation of multitasking. I know we've got this swipe to change between applications, and I just think that needs tweaking a little bit. And then you did also ask about secrets that Apple are keeping from their September keynote. Well, that's been and gone now. We know what those secrets now were with the iPhone 4S. Next one is from Viola. I just wonder what you think of Google predictions. Can it compete with Facebook? I think you're referring to probably to Google Plus, and I think it can. It's very, very popular. Great way of having conversations. So yeah, I would keep an eye on Google Plus. Definitely, I think it can be a good challenge to Facebook. Next one is from James. I want to add Google AdSense adverts to my website. I want to know how easy it is to make money from Google AdSense. How much can you make from 1,000 clicks? And how much can you make from AdSense ads on YouTube? Well, there's a lot of open-ended questions there, James. It is very easy to implement ads on your website. All you need to do is sign up for a Google AdSense account, and then you can grab the code for various size adverts and place that code within your website. The amount you get for 1,000 clicks varies. It can be anything from like 40 pence or 50 pence, or if you're in the US, you know, like 50 cents or $1 per 1,000 clicks or 1,000 impressions. It could even be lower than that. Or if you've got a really good performing page, it could be a lot higher. I personally find that from AdSense adverts on the website, I make very little. Probably, I don't know, I'm only guessing, probably £10 to £20 a month, something like that. With YouTube, it's different again. YouTube sell two different types of adverts that appear in your video, or two different methods of selling them. One of them is via this Dart system where they're pre-booked and prepaid, and they pay a lot more than the other types of ads. And anything that isn't sold goes into the sort of the auction, and people bid on the ads, and if they bid more than somebody else, then their ad sort of gets on this rotor and appears more in the videos. And they make up the rest of the adverts that appear on my videos, for example. The amount you make depends on how popular your channel is. So you really need to work hard on your content, build up the viewers, you'll get more views, and then you can earn more money out of the AdSense. So yeah, it is possible to make a good amount from AdSense on YouTube, but it is purely based on your effort and how popular you make your videos. So, and I should really touch on this. It's nice to see YouTube listening as well, to try and not make the adverts too intrusive. I noticed they just started a new thing now where when you watch certain adverts you get to pick between two adverts, and you click on it and then you just get that one advert at the beginning of the video, or you can get to watch the video and just have one ad break in the middle, for example. So they're giving you control, and if you're getting the content for free, then to sit through a 15-20 second or sometimes 30-second advert is not too bad. So that's my opinion on that. Next one is from I Love Dave. Well, I don't know who you are, but great name. I would love to have that name. Ralph Lauren or Lyland Scott? Ralph Lauren for me. Next one is from Jared. 2 questions. Why won't my iPod 2nd gen upgrade to 4.3? I think it is because it is not supported on your device. And do you like the Black Eyed Peas? Yes, I do. Thank you very much for the question. So, let us move on. And I'm not going to be able to fit in all of these. There's too many questions this time round. Great videos. This is from Connor. Do you believe the iMac is worth the price tag in comparison to other PCs, or are you just paying for Apple's premium branding? Well, you are paying for the Apple brand, but with that brand you get good build quality, you get a stable piece of hardware, stable operating system, and most important of all is Apple's customer service. They always go that one extra step to look after you. So personally, I mean, you're asking the wrong person, but yeah, I would never ever go back to using a PC now. So unless they start, I'll say that. I'm going to take that back straight away. I would never go back to a PC unless Apple started licensing Mac OS X and a PC manufacturer made some sort of premium hardware to run it on, so something really good to run it on. Then I might consider moving across to another manufacturer. But for now, you know, it's going to be Apple all the way for me. So I've got about 10, 11, 12 questions left here, and I'm going to just randomly pick one. Let's pick this one. Oh no, that's already, this was a question about iPod Touch being updated, so we know the answer to that one. So let's pick another one. Can't answer that one because that's already been answered by the Apple keynote. Yeah, let's answer this one. Jacob, so this is the last question of this Q&A. Jacob asks, have you ever thought about moving to the US? Yes, I have. I lived in the US for just over 3.5 years. I lived in Queens, New York. This was back in 1993, roughly. And then in 96 we came back to the UK, and we have considered moving back out a couple of times. Not sure if it's going to happen, but yeah, I would like to. It's a great country. I mean, I love the UK. I do love the UK, but I fancy the US. I also like Australia as well. Very nice weather. I know sometimes you get the extremes there, but yeah, I've considered Australia as well. So anyway, that is the Q&A session for this week. There'll be another Q&A in 2 weeks' time. So if you've got any questions, leave them as comments in this video. So comment section below. Please do subscribe to the channel. You can always email me questions as well, geekanoids@gmail.com, or you can grab my free iOS app. So pop over to the iTunes App Store and search for Geekanoids, download the app, and there is a tech Q&A section in the app, and you can send me questions that way. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.